Migrants have been arriving here at Port Authority by the busloads, and there was even a group that arrived here on Christmas Day. Now, Mayor Adams has been expecting an influx should Title 42 end, but now that it's remaining in place, city leaders say that will not stop the buses from coming in. The nation's high court has spoken, and Title 42 will remain in place for at least several more months. The justices voted 5-4 to keep the Trump-era policy put in place when the pandemic broke out. Title 42 allows for the quick expulsion of migrants illegally entering the U.S. on the grounds of public health concerns. The executive director of the New York Immigration Coalition says the policy is anti-immigrant and anti-American.
Seeking refuge and seeking asylum in the United States is people's legal right. It's our legal and moral obligation to allow folks refuge in this country.
Title 42 was set to expire until a group of Republican leaders argued it should be kept in place.
It's going from crisis to catastrophe.
On the Senate floor last week, Republicans urged President Biden to keep the policy in place to prevent a surge of migrants. The Biden administration was prepared to wind down Title 42, which has kept more than 2 million asylum seekers out of the country.
So this is completely horrific that the Supreme Court would stay Title 42 and not allow it to be lifted. And we call on President Biden to actually do the right thing here and ensure that folks who are seeking asylum in this country can do so.
Since last spring, migrants have been arriving at Port Authority by the busloads. The majority sent at the direction of Republican governors who say they can't handle the vast number of migrants and they should be sent to sanctuary cities like New York. Even with Title 42 continuing, city leaders say we need to prepare for a continued influx of people.
Buses are still arriving at Port Authority, so it's not as if there's nobody coming across, number one. I assume that at some point the change will take place and people will be allowed in.
Over 30,000 asylum seekers have arrived here in the last few months. Councilmember Gail Brewer says we need to allow them to get jobs and work. She's also urging state and federal officials to provide funding.
We do not have any major federal money. We have something 100 million, 200, up to 800 million, we don't know. But that's not enough. It's costing us $1 billion for these families.
So where do we go from here? Well, the court is next expected to hear arguments sometime in either late February or early March. But for now, it appears Title 42 will remain in place for the next couple of months.